Hello and welcome back to the Woolly Cwtches podcast. My name is Pip and this is my little space to talk about all my knitting, crocheting, crafty things. So I hope everybody's okay. I've been trying to come and chat since I came back from Wonderwool and I just don't know where the days have gone. I just seem to be busy doing nothing really. Got my sister-in-law home from Australia, but we haven't seen her a lot. We'll see her again tomorrow. My niece came home from Belgium for the badminton horse trials. They got back this morning. They had a very busy weekend. Just lots of things going on really. And every time I've wanted to sit down and podcast, something else has happened. So anyway, enough excuses, and I'm here this morning, or well, it's just after lunch, and on a rainy day. Can't believe the difference in 2 days. Yesterday morning it was glorious sunshine. In fact, you know, on the warm side for me, I like it about 24, 23, 24, and it was just getting up a bit higher. And then the afternoon, I don't know who else had it, but we had the most horrendous thunderstorm. It was just thunder after thunder after thunder. And yeah, we had a good downpour of rain, but we've been having that so much lately, kind of got used to it. And it was just, we had these beautiful days. It was a shock, I think, going from winter into summer. We didn't get a spring this year. And I think most of Britain's been the same. And then yesterday, there was lightning as well, but because it was daylight, I couldn't see that so much. But the dogs were frantic. Two of them, the terrier was back and forth, whinging the whole time, and the greyhound, she doesn't like it either. They don't like fireworks, anything like that. So I had loud music on, trying to calm them and assure them that it was all okay. So anyway, right, Wonderwool, fabulous. My second year going, it was absolutely wonderful. I get so sort of lost in it all, walking around, looking at everything. I was away in a world of my own, walking around looking at yarn, and I suddenly heard my name being called, and it was Penny calling it, which is lovely Anne of Spartan Knits friend. They'd spotted me and said hello. We were going to meet anyway at 1:30. We were going to meet for lunch and have a chit chat, but she spotted me walking around, so that was lovely. And I was going to spend a fortune there. I arrived and I had a heart attack. I arrived and I walked up from there's a little minibus that runs up and down from where you park the cars to it. I did think about being lazy and getting on. I thought, nope, stretch your legs. If you're tired when you're finished, you can get the minibus coming back. And I walked up, and the first thing I wanted was a cup of coffee. So I queued up for coffee. There were some stalls on the outside, like van vendors. I'm rummaging in my handbag for my purse. Do you think I could find it? So I went kittens. I'm thinking, oh my God, I've driven all the way here and I haven't got my purse. And I thought, no, don't be silly. You've stopped and put fuel in on the way, so you must have your purse with you. So I thought I must have left it in the car. So I was walking back down and the minibus was there. So I thought, oh, I'm going to hop on the bus. So I went to the bloke, supposed to put 50p in the charity pot. And I said to the chap, I said, would you be kind enough to run me down? I said, I left my purse in the car. I said, and I'll pay you on the way back up. Yes, yeah. And he actually took me right to the car. He's like, where did you park? I expected him to drop me off near, you know, in a zone. But he took me right to the car. And I opened the front seat expecting to see it there, and it wasn't there. I was like, oh my days, must have left it or dropped it in the garage or something. And I'm rummaging around the seat, around the thing. And as I turned, it had slid off the seat, obviously, and got into the pocket on the door. And obviously the door was open. I was having a kitten, thinking, oh my Lord, what have I done? So that was good. Then I had my wallet, went back out. I went into barn 3 first on the outside and had a nosy and a walk through there. And that's where they do the sheep walk, which is like a fashion show of different people's designing, and they usually get people from the audience to come up and model things. It's a bit of fun. And then into, I think it's 2 and then 1. It's just a mass of stalls and lovely vendors. You could, well, I could easily spend an absolute fortune in there. So I'll show you what I bought at the end. And then at lunchtime we met up, and there was Anne and Penny, and there was Anita from Erika Knits and her friend, I'm sorry I don't know her name. There was Welsh Sal, and there was another lady who, I don't think she watches my podcast. I think she watches Anita and maybe Anne. Another lady joined us, and so it was nice. We sat and we had a good chat and ate our lunch, and Sally and Anita had bought cakes and everybody was well fed. And then we went back off and did our own thing again. So so that was great. That was my highlight of my wool year with Wonderwool. And I'm gonna have a sip of my drink. I put it in here because it always goes cold. I made myself a mocha. I usually have almond milk, and I bought myself I thought I'd try the barista style one. And it's a bit sweeter and a bit naughtier, because normally I have the unsweetened. It is rather nice. Cheers, everybody. And Anne said that sometimes I seem a bit serious on my podcast. So I thought I must try and be a bit lighter. And I know why it is. It's because I'm concentrating so much to, one, not stuff up. You said a naughty word then, because that's another thing I got to watch that I am PC. And I think I lose my words. Once the camera goes on, I lose my words, and I'm telling myself off in my head, thinking, come on, don't be so stupid, you know, you can remember this. And I think that's why sometimes I look a bit serious, and I'm not a serious person at all. So anyway, enough waffle, let's get into the knitting. Right, first finished object, which I wore to Wonderwool, and it was so cozy and so warm, was, I don't know why my cables don't sit right, probably because I did wash it, but I didn't lock it properly. I just put it over the radiator to dry, because we still had the heating on back then. And it was lovely and warm and cozy. And this is the Moby sweater by Petite Knits, and it's knit in West Yorkshire Spinners Croft. And I do love this yarn, and I thoroughly enjoyed this pattern. There's enough to keep you obviously entertained with everything that's going on in it, but it's also intuitive. So the only thing really, after a bit, you can see where you're supposed to be. You could just sort of think, right, I'm on that one and I'm on that one going out. And then it's every 10 rows is the cable. So sorry if you can hear the dog barking in the background. I don't know what he's found to bark at. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It fits lovely. I wanted a proper Aran, as in Aran colour, Aran jumper. And the first one I bought the yarn for, I was hoping to get on the test knit for, is it the cardigan? I can't remember. It's Rebecca Clow, I always get it wrong, from the Crea Bears, her design, but I didn't get onto the test knit, and me being me, not wanting to wait then for the pattern to come out, because I already had the yarn and I wanted to get going on an Aran. this was my second choice, and I am very pleased with it. It was an interesting construction, and it fits, like I said, it fits just how I like it. Not too long, not too short. It's plenty of width, but I'm not too sure about the colour on me. I do feel a bit of a marshmallow in it, but I thought, because I'm pretty sure this is a natural colour. I don't know if it's dyed. I don't think it is. I'll have to look it up, but I think it's natural. And I'm wondering, maybe I won't do it. I'll wait till next winter and wear it a few more times first. But I thought, well, if I really don't like the colour, I can probably dye it. So that was my first finished object, and that's the Moby. Second finished object, I only finished a day or two ago, sat in the garden. It's been on my needles for ages. I just wanted something, again, I didn't have to concentrate on, sat outside. Is the Hipster Hat. It looks so tiny, but yeah, it's really stretchy. The Hipster Hat by Petite Knits as well. And I mean, you could double fold it as well if you wanted the extra warmth around your ears. Put quite a nice cast off on it. So that's just come off the needles. That hasn't been washed or anything yet. I don't tend to block hats. I usually give them a wash and then just wear them. They'll block on my head then. So that's the second finished object, and I cannot remember what yarn I used. I should have gone back through. I need to keep better notes. It's nice and soft, but I can't remember what yarn I used. Very good podcaster on time. Right, so that's that one. That's the Moby, that's that one. Oh, two more little tiny. I don't know if I said last time, we're expecting another grandchild, a little girl, in August. That'll be grandchild number 6, and we have 2 girls, 3 boys, so this is going to even up the girls. We're going to have 3 girls and 3 boys, which will be nice and even. So the first baby cardigan I did, which was a drops design. I'm 99% sure it was a free pattern. OPS design drops, and then sweet gleam cardigan. Sweet gleam cardigan. It's a sweet little pattern to do as well. And I did this in is it Drops Air? No, Drop Sky. In Drop Sky in cream. Because when I was doing it, I didn't know if we were having a boy or a girl. And then when I knew it was a girl, I picked some pretty buttons. But this is in size 0, and it is so tiny. So these haven't been washed either. So I'll give it a wash before I give it to them. I won't wash it yet. I'll wait until nearer the time, and then it can be nice and fresh. And then the second one, I'm not sure about. The next pattern is the baby kimono pattern. Pattern number 5134. Again, a pattern I found online. I think I found it on Ravelry. And it sits nicely on this one. The little girl's one has got the picot edge in, which is the one I did. But mine doesn't sit nicely. So I'm in 2 minds whether to stitch it here or take it all off and redo it on a smaller needle. And I haven't made my mind up. I've got pins in it at the moment because I haven't got the buttons for it. This is it, and you can see what I mean by the way it sits. There's a pin in there at the moment. So it's not sitting. I don't like the way it's sitting. It's like, so I think possibly take it off. Take it off and hopefully if I do it on a smaller needle, it'll pull that in. I think the bottom's all right and the bottom of the sleeves is okay, but I just don't, it's too flippy floppy. And this is in cotton that I had left in my stash, and I'm pretty sure it was called Isla, because I'm pretty sure I bought it to do something for my oldest granddaughter, whose name is Isla, and I obviously like the cotton and the name, but I haven't got the labels on it. But it's a nice soft cotton. But yeah, I don't like that. And I don't think blocking is going to fix it. So I think that's gonna, I hate undoing things. I don't have the patience. Once I've done something, normally it just gets in the naughty pile. I'll think about it, but I must, because I do like it. I just don't like the way that sits. So yeah, that's a question mark one. Any hints and tips, mine, please. I'm very very grateful to receive anybody else's ideas. Anybody got a better idea? But I think that's what I have to do. Go down a needle size on that bit and see if it brings it in a bit and it'll sit a bit stiffer. Right, and then this one I haven't done yet, but I like. And I bought this one, and this looks nice and neat. Oh, the first one was in sizes, sorry, I didn't say the sizes I did. This one was size 0. So it's going to fit right at the beginning. It's a bit stretchy, so it might last a while, it might not, but that's size 0. And then this one was 3 months. And then this one, as I said, I haven't started yet, but I just thought that was so sweet. Little wrap round, keep the chest warm. And this is, it says it's to a Sirdar snuggly pattern. Again, I'm pretty sure this was off Ravelry. There's no more information on it. And this little one, look, you can do it in a, if it's warm in August, you can do it in a short sleeve as well as a long sleeve. So that's going to be going on the needles once I've pulled some 4-ply out. I pulled some yarn out thinking, oh, I'll do it in that, and then I realised I had double knit. And I need to dig out 4-ply. And then this is another pattern that I printed off. This is a Wendy Peter Pan pattern, which again I thought was rather sweet. And that would be nice when it's getting a bit colder, so I might do that in a bit bigger size. Maybe looking for baby knits. That's Wendy Peter Pan, and the number is PP 005. So that's the baby knits. And then, oh, right, excuse me again, that's it. Make sure I'm lined up. Sitting somewhere different again today. Still in Mum's house. Probate's still not sorted. Right. This cardigan that I showed you before I've been working on. The Fox Bay cardigan by Erika Knight. I've done the front and the two fronts and the back. Then you join it together with a 3 needle bind off on the shoulders, and then you do the sleeves. And I picked up the stitches it said to do for the sleeves, and I know I tried size 2 on in the shop and it fitted just a bit snug, and that's why I've bought size 3 to do. I can't remember what the sleeves were like, but when I picked up the stitches for the sleeve, although it's a drop shoulder and I'm not small on the tops of my arms, it was going to be too tight. So I did a couple of rows and I tried it, and I thought, no, I'm not going to like this. This is going to be too tight on the tops of my arms. So I ripped it all back, and I'm doing the largest size in the sleeve, which was, instead of picking up there we are there. Yeah, first time I picked up 73 stitches, and now I've picked up 103, which is much better. Gives me a much better. So I've just started on the sleeve. And then that's going to be the V, which is on the back. I've got to do the lace on that, and then the front, and then yeah, you pick up and do a 3 needle bind off across the top. And this is again Croft. I must say I really like Croft. It's so nice to knit with. And this colour is 312 Fetlar. But yeah, the first time it was quite sort of short there, and I thought, you know, it's going to be really tight. And then there was all this room down here, and I thought, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. So I thought, well, plenty of room to make a bigger sleeve. So I did. And I think now if I pop this on, it's still not going to be a massive sleeve, but it's got room there. So if I want to put something on underneath, I can. Because before it was like this. And I thought, you know, if I got something on like a jumper or something else on underneath it in the winter, it's going to be too snug. So I think that's going to work out okay. Having the big sleeve, I don't think it's going to. Oh, and again, silly me, I'm busy knitting away, aren't I? And you do the one side, and then the second side is the same, only you're supposed to put the buttonholes in. But plonker here, forgot to do the buttonholes. Oh, it's a nice shaping though. Lots of nice bits of details in it. So I'm going to have to work something. I don't know. I very rarely do a cardigan up, but I'll do something, even if I put buttons and press fasteners. Well, I'm not unpicking the whole thing, because it's not just the edging, it's the whole piece. It's all knit in one. It wasn't until afterwards I thought, your buttonholes. I read the pattern again, and I thought, you were supposed to do them. Oh, silly me. But yeah, I'm enjoying that one so far. When I pick it up, I haven't knitted, like I said, I haven't knitted as much lately as I normally do. I've been in the garden more, so the weather's been a bit nicer. So, trying to tackle the weeds, but yeah, it's very squishy. I like squishy. What's everybody else knitting on? Any exciting patterns? Are you crocheting? Are you spinning? So with the spinning, back before Christmas, like I said, I was getting in a tangle with it. I was just trying too hard, I think, and then I was over spinning. So I thought, right, just put it away, forget about it, the stress of Christmas and everything else. And I thought I'd get it out after Christmas and have a go, and I haven't. And then we had a nice day the other day. I thought, I really fancy having a go at spinning again. So I took the wheel out in the garden and sat out there, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sat there doing a bit of spinning, and I was doing okay. It wasn't too bad. So I've spun up 2 lots, two bobbins, and yesterday I just started plying them, and it is a little, I can feel it as I'm sort of running it through. There's in 1 or 2 places I've overspun a little bit, but I'm going to keep plying, and then I'm going to wash it, do all the bits with it you're supposed to, and see them what I've got, and just keep practicing and keep going, and yeah, hopefully I'll get better, and at the moment, like I said, I'm feeling better doing it. I'm feeling more relaxed doing it, so hopefully it'll come through in what I'm making, and it won't be so tight. And I think I've at last got my head round the tension of when to loosen and tighten, and I think that's what I had wrong before, was the tension, and that's why I was really overspinning. So anyways, it's all a learning curve, and you watch some people and they spin such beautiful yarns, and of course you can do your own individual, completely different to anything else, but I'm going to persist and keep going and not give up, she said. Right, so I've done the baby cardigans, I've done the fox bay cardigan, no, just checking my notes because I always forget something, rabbit away and forget what I'm doing. And then crocheting, I just fancy doing crocheting, and I don't really know. I'm going to make a blanket. I just pulled out some yarns. I've got this massive big ball. Sorry if that scared you, or you're coming too close to the screen. It doesn't seem to be going down. It's you. I was in Craft on Thursday and I took this over, and they were all like, good God, where'd you get that from? And then Sue laughed. She said, oh, she'll have that crocheted up by lunchtime. I was like, I've been on it days. I won't get it crocheted up by lunchtime at all. So 1, 2. So the bulk of it is going to be cream. The main colour is going to be cream. And it's going to be something, I've seen a lot of the, it's named after a cake, See, I lose my words. Battenburg. I've seen a lot of those. So that's sort of given me the idea, but I'm not following any pattern. I'm just making it up as I go along. So I've done a load of the cream. Do I really need to be piling these up? Do you really need to see all of the ones I've done so far? Probably you're not that interested to see all of them, but I've done those so far and haven't made a dent in that ball. In the cream, and then it's Pricewise yarn. Don't feel too bad, they're all acrylics. Oh, there's more in the cream. And there's more. That's it. Oh, and another one. So, there's more. And still not made a dent in that ball. And then these are using up what I have, but I did actually yesterday order two sort of two other colours. I picked I think one slightly purpley and one slightly sort of claret red colour to go with them. So I've got a pile of green ones, and this is, it's called Pricewise. King Cole, I think, and it does feel nice. Pricewise, and it's got an owl on the label. I pulled the label out, found it yesterday, because I thought, what have I done with the label? So I can order some more, and then I don't know where I've put it again. It's not in there with the rest. And then I've got the blue. So I've got the green, the blue, and these are all a bit flecky. I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can. And I've used all of the ball. But this has got like flecks of reddy purple in. That's why I picked the reds to sort of go with it. And this one as well. It's not a flat colour. They're all a bit flecky. And it's more green, more green. So yeah. So we're going to have those colours. And like I said, I've ordered a reddy, it's like a really deep red, or it looks it, I hope it is when it comes, like a claret red and a deep purpley colour. And then put them together. So I've been whittling away on those. I quite enjoyed crocheting for a change. I go through fads. I used to crochet a lot more, and then I went off it and knitting more. What were these in? Where did I put the bag now? Oh, threw it over there. This little bag, I can't remember where I had it from, probably from Etsy. It's got Mary Poppins on, look. It's rather sweet. And then more Mary Poppins inside. And I'd forgotten I had this one. And I was pulling out some, pulling out this yarn from upstairs in stash, and it was up there with some oddments in. I thought, oh, I forgot I had that little bag, so I'm not going to get them all in there. Shove some in there. So I've been doing it with this, keeping it in there, because if I've been sat outside, it keeps it clean. And of course, a normal yarn ball, it won't fit inside. It's a bit too big. So, right, that's that. Have I made anything else? Oh, that's that's that. That's it, I think, as far as making. And before I show you acquisitions, a book. I'm reading this, which is I'm enjoying so far. It's quite interesting. I do like murder mysteries. I love things like CSI, Law and Order, you know, all those sort of things. I like anything criminal, I suppose. And this is The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper. So it's basically because all we knew really was that they were prostitutes, and it's not the case as such. Like Polly, the first one I'm reading about now, I'm just coming up to her. I've read so much. I'm just coming up to her death, and she was a married woman with children, and her husband had an affair with a neighbour, and etc. And her life went off the rails. And it's just questionable whether she actually was a prostitute or not, or whether she just had a drink problem. There was no actual proof, according to this, that she was a prostitute. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. And when we stayed in Edinburgh, in the apartment, they had books and magazines and things, and this was in there. And I looked at it and didn't have any time for reading when we were up there, and it interested me, so I ordered it. I ordered it off Amazon, by Hayley Rubenhold. So the 5. I'm enjoying it so far, because it's also the history of that time, which I find quite interesting, and there are some few little pictures in the inside. But yeah, and I like crimes, I suppose. I like all the forensics, and that fascinates me. I think had I been more studious in school, and had I even thought about it back then, that's something I think would have interested me, was going into the forensic. Although they do say it's actually quite boring when you do it for real, but it's like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Putting all the pieces together, and now with so much they can find out from the tiniest bit of DNA, it just fascinates me. It intrigues me. So anyway, that's what I'm reading at the moment. If anybody's looking for a book, I'm quite enjoying that. And I'm listening on audiobooks. I'm listening to Sharon Osbourne. That's quite funny in places. I love Ozzy Osbourne. He's a right toad. But I've always liked Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. But she's had some things to put up with over the years. And she's stuck with him. But yeah, it's interesting. It's mother's story, really. And so I'm listening to that. No good if you don't like swear words, because she does have a mouth. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. So, right, and that brings me now on to my acquisitions that I bought at Wonderwool. So let's have another sip. Cheers, everybody. It stays warm in here. I've got the almond milk, Cadbury's hot chocolate powder, and coffee. And my coffee machine's broken at the moment, so I'm on instant. It's nice, but yeah, it's not the same. But I can only drink decaf. I've got high blood pressure, so everything's going to be no nicotine, no caffeine, none of the nice things. No smoking anymore. Over 2 years now, and I haven't smoked. And make up for it in yarn. So right, what did I buy? Well, first thing I bought. Oh, I still got my show brochure. These are good because you pay to go in, obviously, and then normally you've got to buy schedules and things, but these are just there free to pick up. It tells you where all the, you know, if you're looking for something particular, it tells you where they are, what number, etc. Which is quite good. Oh, I didn't see those. Many boxes. Cute. Just as well I didn't see them. But yes, it's anybody's been to a yarn show, they know what they're like. They're just an Aladdin's cave of yarn. I bought, because I'm spinning now and I'm getting clever, I bought this. Those colours. It's it looks black on the camera. It's not, it's a really dark brown. It's like a lighter brown and a really dark brown, and then the light colour. You got this and then this, and this isn't black, it's a really, really dark. And what I liked, and I'm and anybody out there knows better than me, I don't think the chap knew either, I did ask, was, this is assuming that I can spin it good enough, that sock yarn has usually got a percentage of nylon in to make it strong and wearable, so you don't wear a hole in them. But this has got bamboo in it. Excuse me, sorry. I'm drinking mocha, and this is called mocha. And it's Shetland bamboo mix. 75% Shetland, 25% bamboo. AdelaideWalker.co.uk. And I'm wondering, I'm hoping that the bamboo will make it strong enough for a sock yarn. Again, those that are wiser than me, let me know what you think. Do you agree? I thought it'd be nice to have something that's not nylon. Trying to get away from man-made things. And it feels nice. And it just smells like, well, it doesn't smell cheapy. Right. Shouldn't have done that. Got it all up my nose now. But yes, so this was my first buy. It was the colours that caught my eye, and then when I saw it was the mix it was, I thought, oh, that's interesting. And I'm not saying I'm going to spin that with this, because I think I'll probably find I've got some that I'm not so keen on. I have been wanting one of these for a long time. How does it go? To treat myself. I bought myself a Turkish drop spindle. I don't know how to use it yet, but I'm going to learn. I had a little go with a normal drop spindle, but I'm going to have a go. I don't know when, but I will. And this is Ange from Yarn and Yarn's fault, because when she came here ages ago to get me going on the spinning wheel, she was sat with her Turkish drop spindle, and she makes it look so easy. I won't. And this is made from oak, so the shaft, it's all oak. The shaft, I take it's just natural. And this is stained with rust. So it's made it a very, very dark, almost black brown. And it says, the chap told me, and it says on here, rust stained oak with oak shaft, 33 grams. I think it was £26, I think. So from what I've looked around, that's about a normal price. And yeah, and I bought the bag. Because you've got to have a bag, haven't you? So that was the very first purchase. Watch this space, see if I ever learn to do it. And then my second purchase was, oh, now I've forgotten. Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit. I want to say the Cecil shawl. I'm pretty sure it's the Cecil shawl. She showed a lovely grey shawl with some mohair colours in it. And I thought, oh, I really like that. She hadn't knit it. A neighbour friend of hers had knit it for her. And I know the base was in Woolly Knits yarn. So I wanted to go and look for the grey. So I bought the grey. And, oh God, can I remember the price now? Oh, this smells so sheepy. Oh, it's like cuddling a sheep. I think it was £15 for the one and £20 for two. So it was no brainer, of course, I had to have two, didn't I? And I like this colour. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just, it's not a colour I don't think I've got, but I really like. So I like the way that they coil them together. I don't want to take it apart. It looks so snug. So when I get round to it, that's going to be the Cecil shawl with some mohair colour bits added in. I'm going to get the pattern. I'm not sure if it's held single or probably held double. I hope it's held double because it's nice and fine at the moment, and held double it'll work quicker. It's full ply. But I do love a sheepy yarn, and it's not scratchy, it's lovely. Not to me, it's not scratchy. So that was the second purchase, and this is what I think I was heading towards when Anne collared me, because I was off into Woolly Knits to look for that. What else did I get? Right, two patterns. Before I show you the piece, oh God, can I say it? Piece de resistance. Hot butter yarns. I nearly bought the kit, but I sort of reined myself in a bit because I've got a lot of yarn, and this is almost a scrappy project, I feel, and I want to see what I've got here, and then only buy what I need rather than buying the whole kit. And this is what I liked. I saw it, she had it hanging up, and it looks nice on here, but it looked even nicer in the samples. And but as you can see, I mean, there's so many colours in it. I want to see what I've got and then decide, and then the sleeves are different again, but it's basically a striped jumper with a pattern sleeve. I really liked it, but I wasn't paying £100 and something for a kit when I quite possibly, I'm saying 100 something, I think it was 100. Don't quote me on that. I might be. Looked at so many things that I can't remember. There's nice big clear pattern. Sandbank, it's called Sandbank, Hot Butter Yarn Sandbank, designed by Jackie Bogg. And she was on the stand, and oh, some of her patterns are, she's going to be somebody I'm going to look at her other patterns as well. She's a very nice lady, I had a chat with her. Clever, obviously. So I only bought the pattern in the hope that I can find a fair few of those yarns at home when I get time to knit it. So what I can. And then this was my main buy. And it's Butterscotch by Baby Cocktails. And I don't think the photo does it justice. But it's a textured cardigan. And again, I saw the sample. And it's in a natural yarn in a dark brown. So it's very, very much up my street. And I got the pattern off, I had to buy the pattern off Ravelry. And it is cropped, and I'm going to do it cropped because I want it for wearing over dresses. So I think it's going to be nice for the autumn and wear over dresses. And here's the yarn. And this is A Daughter of a Shepherd. 50% Hebridean, 25% swall bubbles, you know what I mean. 25% Exmo Blueface, Swarbles. There we go, Swarbles. Put my teeth in, I can say it properly. Oh, and this is super sheepy. Now this, I could wear this next to skin, but I think some people would find it is very natural. It's not rustic, not like Plutalopi or something like that. But some people, if you are sensitive to wool, might find it. But in a cardigan over a dress, it's going to be absolutely perfect. And take out the bag full of it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I thought I better put my wallet away, otherwise we won't be eating this week. So yeah. Oh. So I left it as it is. I haven't screened it up because I wanted to show you. And I might not start knitting it yet. I might. There's a couple more baby knits I want to do. I might, yeah, finish the crochet, finish what I've got on the go at the moment, that cardigan. And then I'll get this on the needles. There's no rush, I don't need it till autumn. It's going to be too warm for now. But yeah, it's that really, it's looking a bit grey on the screen, but it's that really like dark, rich brown. No, it's not bringing it up. Lighting is crap, isn't it? Oh, sorry, excuse my French. That's a bit more like it. Lighting isn't good with colours. I'm only filming on my phone, so maybe if you had a fancy camera, it would pick the colours up better. But it's that really, really rich coffee bean. Yeah, like a coffee bean brown. So I'm excited about that. And that might get my knitting mojo going again. Normally I'm itching. I like try and get my chores and everything done I need to do in the day, and then I can sit and knit. But I just, yeah, so I've read, done some pottering around in the garden. I think because we've had some nicer weather. After it's been so wet, I think I just enjoyed being outside. And but I've got to get going. And I've had a lot of moan time. I had a lot of pain as well lately. A lot of pain in my, from sort of here, it comes up and then goes down the back in here. I had pain throughout my body, and I've had some bad pain in my hips, my knees and my feet are quite swollen. I've got really granny ankles at the moment. They look horrible. They're so swollen and puffy. And I've just had more bloods done. I've got osteoarthritis, and they've done bloods for rheumatoid, but I haven't heard anything back, so I don't know what's come up. They did about 4 vials of looking for inflammatory markers, and I have an appointment with the doctor on the 24th, but I would have thought if something showed up, they would have rung me. So I don't know, and if nothing shows up in my bloods, then I'm going to have a scan to see what's going on. Because I'm popping painkillers, and I think that's probably stopped and slowed me down a bit with the knitting, because after a bit I just, you know, I can't knit for hours on end like I used to. I've got to keep, and I think that's why, like, maybe doing the spinning's been a bit different on the muscles and the bones. But how I feel is that I need every joint WD-40'd. If somebody could take me apart, spray me with WD-40, put them back together again, I think I'd be fine. But yeah, it's just, oh, blooming old age, isn't it? And I did a lot of horse riding. I was very lucky I competed most weekends as a kid. Had lots of falls and knocks. And then older, I had a nasty fall up in Wentwood and was dragged. And then I had my brother-in-law's horse in Australia take me off a bridge and land on me and crushed my back and my legs. And all those things, I suppose, as you get older, then the arthritis sets in, doesn't it? So they say you live life in the fast lane, you get burnt out. So, I don't know, some people get away with it, others don't. And my mum and dad both had arthritis. My mum's spine was all crumbling. I suppose it's in the family. Hey ho, got to get on with it. No point in moaning, but I think that has slowed me down a bit with the knitting, the fact that it hurts. So at the moment I'm collecting yarn, because it, I mean, you know, how can you resist that? I can't. It needs to be an ornament. It needs to be displayed. It's like, you know, it's nicer than some works of art, I think. Huh? Don't you? Oh well. Rightio, so I think that's everything. What we are, 58 minutes, nearly an hour. I didn't think I'd been talking that long. So I hope everybody's okay. And as everybody says, hit the like and subscribe. That means so much. You don't realise when you're watching and people say it to you. And it really does give you that, ooh, when somebody subscribes. So yeah, if you want to see more, if you like the waffle and the chit chat and all the rest of it, please comment. I'd love to know what you're doing, what you're making, what you've been up to. It's a nice community, and it's nice to have a chit chat and get to know people. There's hundreds of other things I probably should have said, and it's gone out of my head, so I have to save that for next time. I was going to say about the people that I watch. I need to make a list of podcasts I watch and enjoy. I started doing that, and then I stopped, and I should do it. I should try and do it regularly. So I hope to be back soon. I said that last time, and I wanted to come back after Wonderwool, and just every time I thought, right, I'm going to sit down today and podcast, something's happened. So anyway, hopefully I can come back sooner, and yeah, I'll say goodbye for now. So go on, hit that like and the subscribe. Go on. Take care. Bye for now.